guys, welcome back to the channel. It's Talsy. Today I'm going to talk about like movement versus no movement when you're manifesting an SP. So if you've ever caught yourself saying there's been no movement, or wondering why isn't anything happening, or you're hyper fixated on the idea of looking for the movement and seeing nothing, then I want to put this to rest today, and I want to probably explain what I think, in my opinion, is like one of the biggest things that keep people stuck. And I hope by the end of this video I have helped you to come unstuck and get the fucking movement that you've been looking for. So let's get into it. Firstly, I'm going to ask you a question. Have you ever noticed that the more you look for movement, the more convinced you become that nothing's changing? So I want to tell you that it's not because there's no movement, and it's not a coincidence, guys, that it works that way. It's because this is how your awareness works. And once you understand this, this is going to completely change the way that you manifest, the way that you look at manifesting, and the actual results and the movement that you experience. One of the biggest mistakes people make is measuring movement in a way that almost guarantees that they'll miss most of it. Because here's the thing, we assume that what we're currently perceiving is the totality of what's actually happening, but it isn't. At any given moment, guys, your awareness is only highlighting like a tiny fraction of everything that's available to you. Not because the rest doesn't exist, because we know creation is finished, right? But because your awareness naturally gathers evidence for the version of yourself you're identifying as. Let that sink in, let me unpack that. There's a practical reason for this. Your mind is constantly deciding what's important enough to pay attention to. So it can't actually process everything available or everything even around you all at once, so it naturally prioritizes what it feels is relevant. So if you spent weeks, months, or even years being the version of you that expects that you're being ignored, guess what your attention naturally keeps scanning for? No text, no phone call, no movement, evidence that nothing has changed, because that's the story you've repeatedly been returning to. But here's where your power is. You're not separate from your experience. You're the source of it. And because you're the source, your identity directs your awareness. Think of your awareness like a spotlight, okay? The possibilities already exist. Your awareness simply shines a light on what is consistent with the identity you selected or you're in the habit of being, okay? As you consciously select a different version of yourself, which you can do in any given moment, guys, your awareness naturally begins illuminating a different version of reality. This is how conscious manifesting works, because your reality and your experience is always reflecting a version of you, the version of you that's observing. So when you decide, no, I am loved, I'm chosen, SP wants to talk to me, communication is natural for me, I'm already in the relationship, etc., or whatever, you're no longer allowing the old identity to direct your awareness, okay? You've consciously selected a new one, not because you're pretending, but because you've decided, this is who I am now. And so let me show you what I mean. Tomorrow, before you leave the house, I want you to consciously choose one completely random thing, okay? And we see examples of this, a lot of channels talk about this, right? Like, think of yellow butterflies, think of Ferraris or Mini Coopers. I don't know, I've done this, like I want to see a clown or something like that, or I want to hear a funny phrase, right? Honestly, it doesn't matter what it is, okay? And then just decide, you know, I see this all the time, okay? This is something that I notice everywhere I go. And then don't even think about it too much. Go and enjoy your day. You've just put something into your awareness that was invisible, and I can guarantee that you going about your day, you're gonna see this appear, okay? Now ask yourself, when this happens, did the world suddenly change? Or was it your awareness? Something that previously was unseen became very obvious. Okay, and maybe even extremely obvious. You may start seeing this everywhere you go. This is where we get synchronicity. So guys, let me challenge you. There's never no movement. There's always movement, but everything is moving through you and your awareness, who you're aware of being and what you're aware of. So if you are consistently feeling like you're looking for movement and seeing no movement, maybe it's because you've been looking through the identity with the awareness that there is none. Or maybe I want to ask you a question. When you ask, where's the movement? Maybe you should ask yourself a better question. From which version of me am I looking for this movement? Because your awareness will always illuminate a reality that's consistent with the version of you you selected. Because guys, seeing red Ferraris or red balloons, etc., is one thing, but a lot of you seem to have a very emotional attachment or a lot of resistance when it comes to your SP. Now, I will tell you that there is no difference, but if you would like a little bit of assistance, I've created a tool called the Switch that I've linked in the description box of the video that's going to help you to stay in a very consistent habit and practice of returning to the awareness that expects the movement that you guys are aware of not having, okay, for those of you that are struggling. And I'm going to link it in the description box of the video. I do understand that for a lot of you, you chalk a lot up to coincidence and noticing butterflies or red Ferraris or Mini Coopers or whatever it is may not be convincing enough for you, right? And for some of you, you really struggle with an SP, right? The practice and the technique that I've put together with the Switch is going to help you to have some guided consistency so you can consciously choose again and choose again so that you can sustain that level of awareness to get the movement that you've been looking for. Because that's actually what persistence really is, guys. That's it. No forcing, no chasing, no checking, simply just choosing again from the now to be the you who's aware of having your desire. Okay, so if you're ready to practice that, you can check out the Switch guide that I've put together. But otherwise, let me just remind you guys, like, you are the one that is spotlighting everything in your reality. So if you're hyper aware of movement, no movement, looking for movement, let me assure you, there is always movement. It's an illusion that there isn't. But who are you being when you're looking for it, guys? Because as soon as you stop looking and you start being the version of you that knows that you're the one that has your desire, you will absolutely see all the movement, okay? Kept that short and sweet. I hope it helped, and I hope it cleared up any confusion for you guys. I love you so, so much, and I will see you in the next one.